Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint, curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. I remember. It was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember brought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore. Name was here forevermore. And the silk and sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now to still the beating of my heart I stood repeating, 'tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. That is it, and nothing more. Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating no longer. Sir, said I, Madame, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there and nothing more. Into that darkness peering long, I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortals ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. Surely, said I, surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thereat is and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter with many a flirt and flutter. In there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with meed of lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of palace just above my chamber door. Perched and sat, and nothing more. The ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy and the smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance of war. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, said I, art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpture bust above his chamber door. With such the name is nevermore. But the raven sitting lonely on the placid bust spoke only that one word, as if the soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, yes, my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless said I, what it utters is its only stock and store, call from some unhappy master whom a merciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till its song a burden bore of nevermore. But the raven still beguiled my sad fancy, in a smiling straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and busting door. Then upon the velvet sinking I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy thinking, what this ominous bird of yore, with this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt and ominous bird of yore, men croaking nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl's fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. this and more I said, divining, with my head at ease, reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er. But whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloated o'er? She shall press on nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfume from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God had lent thee by these angels, he hath sent thee respite and a pen from the memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind of pen to forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet said I, thing of evil, prophet still a burner devil. Whether tempter sin or whether tempest toss thee here ashore. Desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted. Tell me truly I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet said I, thing of evil, prophet still a burner devil. By the heaven that bids above us, by the God we both adore. Tell the soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aden it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word our sign at parting, bird our feet that shrieked of starting. Get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave the black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave thy loneliness unbroken, quit thy bust above my door. Take thy beat from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still a sitting on the pallet, bust a palace just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming, and the lamplight orb streaming throws a shadow on the floor. And my soul from out the shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.